For years after Brazil, I wasn't a kid anymore. I was a full-on football fan. Transfers, rumors, tactics. I lived and breathed the game. And now, it was time for another World Cup. Russia, 2018. A tournament of shocks, dreams, heartbreaks, and for me, a changing of idols. Welcome back to Goal Line Stories. The tournament came just a few weeks after the Champions League final. I had just watched Real Madrid win again, La Decimoterra. I was celebrating like crazy, but also feeling a bit sad, because Greece didn't qualify. We lost in the playoffs against Croatia. It hurt. I wanted to see my country on that stage again, but football moves on, and all my focus turned to the World Cup, Spain, Portugal, and above all, Croatia, the team that had knocked out Greece. I started to admire them, and as the tournament went on, they became my team. From the very beginning, Russia 2018 was wild. Spain and Portugal gave us a 3-3 classic. Ronaldo scored a hat-trick, including that stunning free kick in the last minutes. That was one of the best matches I've ever seen. Argentina were in chaos. Messi missed a penalty against Iceland. Then they lost 3-0 to Croatia, Modrić scoring a beauty. That's when I started looking at Luka differently, not just as a great midfielder, but maybe as my new Real Madrid hero. Germany, the defending champions, crashed out in the group stage. They lost to Mexico and then to South Korea in stoppage time. I couldn't believe it. World champions, gone. Meanwhile, France were slowly getting stronger. And there was one name that stood out, Kylian Mbappé, only 19 years old, and already playing like a superstar. The knockout stage, absolute madness. France versus Argentina was a goal fest. 4-3, Mbappé scored twice and no one could catch him. He just exploded onto the world stage that night. Croatia versus Denmark went to penalties. So did Croatia versus Russia in the quarterfinals. Twice in a row, they survived the pressure. That team had heart. Modrić, Rakitic, Sabasa. They refused to give up. Belgium shocked Brazil in the quarters. De Bruyne and Lukaku were on fire. That match ended Neymar's World Cup dreams. And England. Well, they finally won a penalty shootout against Colombia. Croatia kept going. In the semi-final against England, they came back from 1-0 down. Mandzukic scored in extra time. I still remember going crazy. The team that knocked Greece out was now going to the World Cup final, and I was proud of them. I felt like I was part of their journey. France beat Belgium in the other semi. It was tight, but France just looked too complete, too focused. France 4-2 Croatia. 6 goals. VAR drama. Pogba, Griezmann, Mbappé scoring in a World Cup final, but also Modrić giving everything he had. Croatia didn't win the trophy, but they won my heart, and Luka became my new football idol. A leader, a magician. Later, he won the Ballon d'Or, and I'll never forget that moment. 2018 wasn't about my country. It wasn't even about just winning. It was about finding new heroes, watching underdogs rise, seeing legends change clubs, and new ones take their place. The summer I became a Croatia fan. The summer Luka Modrić became my football inspiration. The summer Mbappé became a star. That was Russia 2018. A World Cup that reminded me why I love this game, and I can't wait to tell you what came next time on Goal Line Stories. Qatar 2022, the first Winter World Cup, Messi's last dance, and maybe the greatest final in history. Don't miss it.